going hot. Hello!
Hello!
Welcome to Jam and Jabber.
This is Steph.
This is Ken.
And tonight we have a very special stream for you all.
A super legally distinct stream.
Very original, would never copy off of other people's ideas.
Never ever. Definitely
not take ideas and then run it through AI to create said original ideas. These are 100% original.
What we're planning on doing tonight, we're going to do some Pokemon fusions and try and see how close we can get to Palworld creations through our own imagination and not send it through Midjourney at all.
Yeah. Where the journey is in our minds,
exactly.
In our imagination. There's no middle ground. No, this is the high ground. We are taking the high ground.
That's right.
In our journey through the imagination and the world of art.
It's over, Pocket Pear. We have the high ground.
Tonight, Ken introduced me to a new game that just came out.
It's been blowing up. It is listed as Steam's second most highly played game of all time.
I hate it. If you haven't heard of Palworld, we're going to tell you a little bit about Palworld tonight. It's a brand new game that came out that is 100% a complete ripoff of Pokemon. So, we got a list of 12. Like I said, Ken's got some... The idea for tonight's stream is that Ken took some characters from Palworld, took 2 Pokemon that he's pretty confident that was the inspiration to make said... That's probably what they put into an AI generator.
Absolutely.
Made their own blends to make their very original Pokemon, pals.
Yeah.
And then we're going to make some, Ken's going to make some new ones while we riff on it.
Yeah.
So we have a list of 12, and our first number is number 3, if you're ready, Kenji.
Let's get into it. So, number 3. Ooh, number 3 is a good one. We're going to be fusing Go-Goat with Incineroar.
So these are actual Pokemon.
These are the actual Mons.
These are actual Mons, but like I was saying at the beginning, Palworld pretty much just openly admitted.
Oh yeah.
Like who's the developer again?
The developer is Pocket Pear, and like the CEO has made statements saying that he really doesn't care about IP theft. Because they have another game, I think it's called like the Witch's Grave. I want to say it looks just like Hollow Knight. Like it looks, which is a really
close. Very very popular, very famous game. It's called like bug aesthetic, like kind of dark bug. It's cool. It's a cool game. Ken's played some of it.
Oh yeah, it's hard. It's good, but it's hard.
Yeah. First of all, welcome to the chat, everybody. Welcome Rachel.
Hello.
Welcome Chance. Thank you so much for joining us. Crash landing and jumping in. Welcome. Oh my god. Thank you for noticing our Palworld Sonas. Chance says it seems like you guys as cool 90s people.
Mine, 90s, sure, yeah. Mine, I feel like my Palworld Sona, legally distinct, it just looks kind of like a Where's Waldo, just like a beardy Where's Waldo.
Kind of coming into Nathan from...
I do have Nathan Drawfee vibes.
Like in real life, like...
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you two would be brothers, but, maybe cousins, you know.
I'm a bit more, broad than he is to my understanding.
Yeah, he's kind of a tall, skinny guy.
He's a skinny dude, and I am a little huskier, we'll say.
Kenji, are you telling everybody that you're thick?
I'm a thick boy.
Kenji's got...
Yo, what that booty do?
He's got broad shoulders. He's not the skinny, like very thin, lean type of penis haver.
I am a bear. I am not a twink.
If we want to get technical, we got to go with technical terms like that.
Yes.
We got in the chat Chan saying, thick boy club.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad that, okay. So Chance was telling us that they just heard about Palworld from us, and now they're seeing stuff about it on TikTok.
Oh yeah,
and people seem kind of divided about it.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's weird. Like they're people who absolutely love it, people who hate it. Like some of the things, like a big reason why we make like AI jokes. There's a lot of theory craft out there that people think it's AI because it's the company refuses to produce any of their concept art for the game. So people are just kind of assuming, well, if you don't have concept art in the age that we're in with capitalism and what have you, it's probably AI generated, and you don't want the shame that people are going to give you for using AI for your assets without, actually putting in any effort or thought into the design.
Yeah, Rachel, that's our theory too. Based off when Ken does the reveal, and shows you the actual PAL, that
like I'm not going in this blind.
Yeah, and Ken, we were debating on how we wanted to do a stream, because Ken definitely wanted to do a stream talking about Palworld, just because, one, it's exploding, and two, we do a lot of Pokemon streams, and we're as big fans of Pokemon, we wanted to talk about it, because Nintendo has stated formally that they are going to be looking into it.
Yeah, you done goofed.
And potentially, like, there could be, like, cease and desist or pressing charges. Because it is absolute blatant identity theft. Now, the thing is that if... Huh?
I like IP theft.
Identity theft,
They're not trying to be Shigeru Miyamoto.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry,
words are hard.
Not to be pedantic.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. Those words are hard. Those are the right words.
Words are bullshit.
I used the wrong words, so I appreciate that. Oh my god, Rachel said, they announced on their Reddit that they have merch coming. Because of course they do.
Of course they do.
Because the whole reason why people want to ride that Pokemon train is because, how many years has Pokemon been out?
Oh god, like 26, 27 at this point, yeah.
It's been out for a long time, and it's still making just as much money as it did. Like, Pokemon has not really faded. You know how,
No.
Pogs, they had their time.
Yeah.
Smurfs, they had their time. There's a lot of things that come and go, but Pokemon's been fucking consistent for fucking 25 years. Like, even Sailor Moon, as much as I love her, the Sailor Moon Crystal didn't do as popular and didn't do as well as it did, and it took a long time for them to actually finish it because it didn't get the same kind of popularity as they were expecting.
Yeah.
I mean, Sailor Moon is a really, really loved story, but it doesn't have that lasting power. And I mean, we can sit down and talk about all the reasons why, but, yeah, Rachel, don't mess with Nintendo.
yeah, pretty much.
But, yeah, it is, I think this is interesting, and I really wanted to do a stream about it because I wanted to talk about this angle, is that right now, AI is fucking coming into everything.
Oh, yeah.
I just saw an ad for, like, the newest Samsung Galaxy phone, like, now introducing with Galaxy AI, featuring Galaxy AI, like, doing stickers with AI. Every fucking corporation wants AI so fucking bad.
Oh, yeah.
Because then they don't have to pay people.
No.
They can steal people's shit legally. Those are loose quotes, air quotes. Yeah. And they can steal people's shit and then and it's legal. And they will not get in trouble for it. But this, if this company, what was the developers?
Pocket Pair.
Yeah, Pocket Pair did use AI to generate these characters. How it ends up in court, that can really be a huge shift in this whole AI phenomenon that we've been experiencing, and might be like the death throes. Or at least one way to start regulating and criminalizing the use of AI, which I'm like, fuck, this could be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah. Like, I always expected this to be, like, Disney would be the one to kind of take this thing to court, like take the AI fight to court. I wasn't expecting it to be, like, Nintendo because it feels so blatant. It's so blatant. But just to watch it like unfold, like I didn't expect it to be Nintendo. Like I'm not surprised, but it's. Whew.
I'm curious if other. So we got Rachel saying, "I'm waiting for Taylor Swift to go after all of the AI generated pictures of her." I mean, where do you even start? It's so. The thing is that they've made it so accessible.
Yeah.
That where do you even start?
Yeah,
because if you take down 5, there's 400 more. When you take down those 400, it's like a Hydra. It just gets even worse. And the problem is that people are normalizing it. Companies want it to be normalized so badly. I mean, it was just a couple years ago when that one app went like fucking crazy.
Oh yeah, like Lenza or something.
Yeah,
no, Lenza was that the name of the app or was that the company behind it?
I don't remember, but it was that one of the first like AI apps that got really popular. That were basically using AI to make really pretty pictures of you, and people were making them their profile pictures. And then they realized it was also being used in really awful, terrible, very unethical ways. And everyone's like, oh shit, whoopsies, should have fucking thought about this for more than 2 seconds other than boop boop, give them $8, I get pretty pictures of myself.
You mean I don't retain the rights to my own face? What?
How are they making these images?
Yeah.
I mean, in an age where there's so many filters, I can understand why people would think it's kind of filter adjacent, but it's not. They didn't fucking bother to read what it was, and then they gave over the rights of their likeliness. Whoopsies, whoopsies.
Whoopsie.
But in those couple of weeks that it became really popular, they made fucking millions.
Yeah, they did.
Not a million, millions, plural, of dollars. And that is what so many of these companies just want for themselves.
They see the dollar signs,
They just see the dollar signs.
We saw the same thing with NFTs with that Beeple piece, which is funny because the dude who sold the Beeple piece at the Christie's auction is the same dude who bought the Beeple piece. He bought it from himself to generate hype so that he could resell it in an even greater amount.
Yep.
And that's NFT culture right there. If you don't do like that artificial inflation, you're considered rude to the next seller because then they can't resell it for an even greater height or value. It's such bullshit.
Yes, Rachel, I do know that there are lots of X-rated ones, and for people who are using AI to create their own pornography.
Oh yeah. Yep.
It's gotten really bad because here in the United States, it's illegal for child pornography. But guess what's easy to create using AI? And guess who's not reporting any of that shit?
No.
This is the dangers of AI. We talked about FNAF before on the stream, and because we're just big fans of FNAF. But the most recent story about like AI consciousness and stuff, I really feel like the bigger story that they're telling in this newest version of FNAF is the danger of bad information and bad AI.
Yeah.
Is because this AI system gets the information about William Afton, this murderer who murdered children, and then becomes that. And so, like, bad information, and it's not hard to do with all of the terrible things that exist on the internet. I mean, we didn't have to be there in the early days like us to have seen Two Girls, One Cup or Goatsy.
Why?
Why?
Just have such a visceral reaction whenever that's like referenced.
But really, truly, like, you didn't have to. There's worse stuff out there nowadays.
It's true.
Worse.
I mean, I can look back at the time when Goatsy was probably the worst thing I had seen on the internet, and I'll be honest, I miss it.
And I hear what you're saying, Rachel. Like, companies like Twitter or the Deadbird app may say that they may start taking some of that stuff down, but it's like a Hydra. Yeah. Like, again, you take down one and 4 more come in its place. It's not, and the problem is because they're giving people permission to use AI. Yeah. If people who were using the softwares were using it, like, who created the software were using it responsibly, it wouldn't be in the hands of just anybody.
Nope.
But small paw pivot. So this is good. You know, I kind of like your blend of the two. Do you want to show everybody which PAL this is?
Yeah, give me 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Here. Let me just kind of finish doing a little bit of the fine tuning on this. I love doing watercolors for just kind of that light bit for all my Fakemon because it feels so Gen 1 to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's always just so satisfying to kind of bring this in and bring it together.
Original watercolor Gen 1 art.
Yeah.
After my own heart.
Good. It's good.
I mean, all of this talk of, like, AI is just because, again, I feel, and I agree with a lot of people whose theories, because that's what I first thought of as well, and I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought, like, I think they just put, like, you know, there's lots of websites that will do Pokemon mash-em-ups, and you just put 2 Pokemon in and they kind of mash them together.
But a lot of those, like, they actually had to have an artist make the mashup.
Yeah. Are you ready to show everybody the PAL?
I am. Let me kind of move this to the side a little bit. So, that was too far. Okay. So, this friendo, Palworld named their friend Incineram.
You're kidding me.
No, because you've got Incineroar is the one the cat
Yep.
that I'm rich with. So you've got, here's Incineram.
Oh my god.
Right? I kind of feel like mine's better.
Well, I mean, you
I'm gonna feel that way
actually
about it.
blended it in, but
Yeah.
Incineroar, Incineram, wow, this is what we're talking about as far as just blatant rip-offs.
Yeah.
Do you want to put the Pokemon back up,
Yeah,
actually? I'd love to see all of them
back up.
together so people can see.
Yeah.
Like, I like what you did. Like, yours is actually being creative.
Yeah.
But,
I
like,
try to think about, like, elements to add together.
You've got the goat horns, you've got the color, and this is why people are like, this is such a blatant ripoff. And again, the Pokemon generators, like the ones that the blend mash 'em ups that they did, an artist did have to create a lot of those.
Yeah.
But for this, it's like they put these 2 Pokemon into Mid-Journey or any sort of AI, and then it just created that. And that makes so much sense why it looks so fucking similar.
There's going to be some that on this list that are much closer together. But this is a good one to start on. What's our next one going to be?
Our next one is number 8.
Number 8. All right, number 8. Oh, this is... Oh, I'm excited. Okay, so these 2 Pokemon, Zigzagoon is our little badger buddy, maybe... looking friend there, and then Lycanroc is this
Pupper.
This pupper. So let's see what old Kenji can come up with when trying to combine these 2 as an idea.
Chances, I feel like these 2 will end up being a scene for Sona.
Oh crap!
That could be a scene for Sona if you want to go that route.
You know, Chance, look up Obstagoon, because that is the final form of Zigzagoon, Obstagoon. That one fits the bill for what you're talking about.
The actual PAL looks exactly like what Chance is saying?
No, Obstagoon is the Pokemon for the final evolution.
Okay.
No, this PAL is named something different and dumber. So this one, we've got like a little kind of skinny wolf with a little chubby furry boy.
Yeah. Mash them up.
That's right.
Yeah. So again, Ken will have more examples for more of the PALs, but the game is already out. I did not know that it was out. I didn't even hear anything about it, and there are mixed reviews, like Chance was saying in the chat, that some people love it, some people hate it. I kind of hate that people love it. There are some ridiculous things. Ken described it as a Pokemon, but what if with guns?
Yeah, pretty much.
And not like squirt guns, but like legit fucking like assault rifle type of guns.
Yeah.
It is kind of bonkers, bananas, amazing, but also kind of awful at the same time.
Oh yeah.
people have shared some screenshots of the gameplay, and it's just, it is bonkers bananas. And
it's cuckoo bananas, yeah.
For people who don't care, again, the problem is in Lenza, I think that was the app.
Yeah.
What Lenza taught, and this is my problem and why I always kept telling people, stop fucking downloading this app. You guys are fucking idiots. 1, 2, you're giving them permission to use your likeliness. You don't fucking read how did you think this was gonna work? Oh my god! But when the Lenza app thing was really popular, I was like urging like friends on Facebook and other social medias, like, don't do this. This is a bad idea, because what you're teaching everyone, you're teaching corporate America, capitalism, is that it's the rule of that microtransaction. Yeah. You think, oh, it's only a one-time small purchase just to be entertained for 30 minutes and then move on with my life. Yeah. You know, but for them, all of you, if all of you are doing it, that's millions of dollars they make before they lose that popularity, and then the app goes away before they can get any sort of legal trouble. Yeah. And same thing with these video games, like, they don't care. It's a dumb, stupid game. You're entertained for like a day or two, and then you move on with your life. But in the meantime, they've made millions of dollars. Oh, yeah. And probably, again, they probably just use AI to create these characters, just blatantly ripped off of Pokemon. From the names, the style, and everything. And again, I really do feel like they used AI. But then you're just teaching them, just do something stupid and blatant and obvious. Yeah. And raise hype. Doesn't have to be good hype, because negative hype is still hype.
This game has so much hype that PETA has released a video game guide about how to have an ethical playthrough where you don't, because like capturing animals to consume them is part of it. So PETA came out and is like, oh, here's how to do a no-kill run, where you don't have to kill anything or eat any of the pals, because we're PETA, we're assholes. Like, it's fucking nuts that PETA's getting in on this.
Pokemon does, so it is canon that people do eat Pokemon in the Pokemon universe, but it's kind of subtle. It's kind of like just fish, not your cute friends that you snuggle with and you've got cute plushies of.
Yeah, like anytime they're eating a Pokemon, it's usually fish. They don't show like the animal. Like, I mean, I think they've shown like steaks, but that's like far enough removed from like, you're not thinking Tauros or Miltank.
Miltank, yeah. So, but the fact that like, and again, what you're teaching these corporations is that any sort of attention will get them money. Mm-hmm. And it's gotten nothing but mixed reviews, but mostly shunned. Most people are like, this is bullshit. How the fuck are they getting away with this? And then they're just still making money. They're still making more money. Mm-hmm. The chat real quick, Chan says, Obstagoon looks more emo than Scene because of the black and gray palette. You know?
I guess Scene does have a little more color added to it.
Yeah. But yeah, so I dislike how if you just become over sensationalized enough that you get attention. And for these corporations, what it means is that they make money. They make a shit ton of money. Before Lenza, I don't know if Lenza's still up and operational or not.
I have no earthly idea.
Because they got caught. They say in the app not to upload pictures of children because their pictures are sexualized. Yeah. And so what do people do? They put their children in it, and their children ended up with boobs. Yeah. And
I think, because I know Lenza, their database that they were training from had some really unsavory images in it, too. And I think that really paired in with the, so we're not going to use this anymore kind of movement that finally happened.
But it wasn't until after they made millions of dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
So who gives a shit, just so long as they get their money? That, again, is what you're teaching these corporations by buying into it. Again, you may think it's a one-time small transaction, but for them, when you have enough people who are like, oh, ha, ha, ha,
Yeah.
I'll spend a couple bucks and be entertained for an afternoon. But you're teaching them that they can just do this and make a shit ton of money off of people.
I think a big part of it too is you've got curiosity now, because Nintendo has come out and said that, yeah, we're actually going to start investigating Palworld and figure out like where their assets came from and what's the deal with this shit, because it's super duper blatant.
Yeah.
There's a lot more curiosity now because people are like, oh, I want to figure out what's going on with this before Nintendo shuts them down. You know?
Unfortunately, that is part of the bad publicity.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that a lot of people were pressuring Nintendo to make some sort of statement, but unfortunately, because Nintendo did, now you have a lot of people, again, with a curiosity, and you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. There is that curiosity. Let me just play this before it's gone.
Yeah.
So I can say I was one of the few people who got to play Palworld before it was gone. And was it really derivative? Well, I played the game, and I wouldn't say. Now I can do a YouTube video and say, it's really not that derivative if you actually played it. But now it's gone, so you'll never know.
No, it's super derivative. Like, plus it's not even just Pokemon that they're ripping off. Like, you've got, like, Breath of the Wild style, paraglider. You've got like in the promo for it, you've got like what looks to be a Sheikah slate. Like a lot of it is just so blatant.
Do you remember that that quote, that Oscar Wilde quote that I shared?
Yes. So y'all have probably heard this before, that imitation is the highest form of flattery. Well, that's not the full quote. The full quote is, imitation is the highest form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to greatness.
Yes.
And it's so good. Oh,
so
man.
good.
It's like imitators can only mimic. They cannot be original. They cannot do anything more than that. And it will be obvious.
My mom always tried to use that quote on me because I had a lot of kids that always copy me, and I'm like, man, this kind of hurts my feelings. My mom's like, it's actually the highest form of flattery. I'm like, why does it hurt? And then she's like, just don't think about it. Give it to God. Yeah. I'm like, oh, wow, cool, thanks. That doesn't help either.
I don't think about it either. This, like, the thing okay, so back to what I'm drawing. I love, like, just Obstagoon, the Galarian version, or Zigzagoon.
Zigzagoon, yeah.
And just that whole, like, evolutionary chain for it has such Kiss vibes to it. And I wanted that to translate. Like, this feels like a weird kind of Kiss badger wolf, and I fucking love this.
He don't give a fuck.
No.
He does not give a fuck.
Do you want to see what they came up with?
Yeah.
This friend, is pal, we're going to call him, he is called Dire Howl. That's him.
Wow. You see, I understand what you were going for, and really that is the only way you could go, but that's not, like, I know you saw the image before and you weren't trying to go for a one-to-one, but blending the two, that is literally, like, you know, you said came up with, that's very generous. It's pretty much what AI blended the two of these Pokemon together.
Yeah.
Oh, that is...
at least for mine, like, I tried to make it feel a little bit more of a blending. Like, this feels like their Dire Howl almost feels like if I were to put horns on him, he'd look like that wolf from Monster Rancher. You know? Like, there's so much just about this that just... Like, and I've seen people try to compare the 3D models of Dire Howl and Lycanroc, and... holy shitballs. Like, they still look super duper the same.
They do.
Like, it's nuts.
I agree, Chance. It does look very generic. Palworld wants to look very generic because that's what AI does.
Yeah.
AI just creates really generic blending of the two. Yeah.
So you want to see our next stupid ripoff?
Number 9.
Number 9. All right, number 9. Oh, this is going to be fun on a bun.
Oh, two of, like... Okay, the toucan one isn't such a terrible Pokemon, but the...
Yeah, it's just a toucan.
But the other bird is kind of a little bit racist.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, it's not one of my favorite Pokemon, that's for sure.
Japan don't give a fuck.
But yeah, Toucanon and Xatu is this one's name.
Yeah, Xatu.
We're gonna combine them into some weird burb. Just head empty, angry head empty burb.
Yeah, I agree, Rachel. Rachel also agrees. It looks like it was ran through AI. Yeah, and again, there could be some positive things that come out of this, because if a lawsuit does happen, if Pokemon does find a way to be able to press charges, whether it's AI or not, because it is, as you've seen in just a few examples already, it is very derivative, and it's not hard to see where they just fucking stole it. It's just slightly different enough. And again, if they did use AI, which it's more than likely that they did, this is going to open a whole new world of discussion about the ethical uses of AI. And fucking corporations want AI so badly. But this is a battle that's going to be happening in Japan.
Yeah.
Nintendo, of course, based in Japan. But so is this other company.
Yeah. Pocket Pair is based in Tokyo.
Which, it's interesting. So, like, a lot of rules and laws about creative, or, like, IPs and, like, sharing ideas, stealing ideas, it's much more lax in Japan. But
Especially
you don't...
for, like, international law, like, IPs.
Oh, yeah. They don't really give a shit.
Look at JoJo's.
Oh, yeah. But... This, you don't fuck with Pokemon, man.
No, you don't.
You don't. And the fact that Nintendo, because I was talking to Ken about this, and here's some boring details, but it can probably go one of two ways. Is that, like, Nintendo Japan may say, fuck it, forget it. With our laws, we aren't going to push this any forward. But the thing is that this game is also being sold in the United States, which affects Nintendo USA.
Yep.
And now in Nintendo USA, they could press charges, but they wouldn't have as much strong, like, because of international borders, it could go one way or the other. So Nintendo USA could potentially pressure Nintendo Japan to push forward with a lawsuit, since it's a battle in Japan. But what they do there could affect other countries as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because if they make it illegal in Japan, well, that's going to put a huge block in a lot of things being able to be sold, mass-produced, AI. And again, corporations, especially here in the United States, are wanting to push AI so strongly. Again, they're already putting it in so many other things, just to normalize it. I really do feel like it's just to try to normalize it, because people are like, oh, ha, AI, go burr, go wee, whatever.
Yeah, AI, go burr.
AI, go burr. And again, we can make things for free, and we don't need artists. We don't have to pay artists or content creators. On a slightly different, well, kind of not, a side note, I feel like everything's kind of billowing up for another larger lawsuit, and other aspects is for AI as well. I feel like these Wild West days of the first early days of AI are going to be very different, just because on an ethical sense, one, it's theft. It's just... Oh, yeah. It's fucking theft. But two, you have a lot of people who are creating AI-written books.
Yeah.
And they're not being edited.
Nope.
They're just... And a friend of mine was telling me that their mom was thinking about doing this, because people just see, like, these gold mine rush, like, fast cash.
It's definitely gold rush technology, for sure.
And so they just think, oh, well, I'll just do this, and I'll create a separate account on Amazon, and I will create a bunch of AI-generated books, upload them, make some AI-generated covers for the books, and upload them onto Amazon as, and use a pen name for these books. And, the problem is enough people have been entertained by AI to be like, oh, haha,
Yeah.
this is really funny. See, a computer wrote this. See how dumb it is. Ha ha ha. But that's like it would be one thing if it's just trashy romance novels of people's like, you know, fucking weird fetishes or whatever. But there are a lot of books being written about like psychology.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's the Black Forager who I follow on different social media. She's fucking awesome. Love her. Shout out to my girl, Black Forager. But she's also went on to social media and say, watch out for these AI written books.
Yeah.
Do your research before you buy books, because especially in the world of foraging, where you're out looking for wild plants and eating them, you could die.
You could find something that's poisonous, and the AI book told you it's safe, but it's not. Or a plant that doesn't even fucking exist.
Yeah, and it doesn't exist, or just, again, bad advice, and it could potentially, like, people die. But, you know, it's so stupid. Why does it always have to get to that point of someone dying? Like, with the fucking supercharged lemonades
oh, God, yeah.
at Panera Bread.
Yeah. A college dude had to die for that to be taken care of.
Seriously, a college... someone had to literally die for them to finally do something and just be more ethical. Yeah. For those who don't know about the whole thing about the supercharged lemonades at Panera Bread, actually Matt Pad did a video about it on his Food Theory channel. Definitely go check it out because there's more information. He goes into the very specifics. And even back then he was like, why are they putting this up? It started with a TikTok of somebody realizing... just how much caffeine was in these new products being sold at Panera Bread called the supercharged lemonades. Now, I actually tried one of them, and I had no idea there was not just caffeine, but that much caffeine.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they said a large drink had the equivalent of, like, 3 energy drinks.
Yeah, like 3 Monsters.
Yeah. 3, not 1. Not 1-to-1, 3. There was no need to put that much caffeine other than, ding, 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 it's addictive. Caffeine's addictive. And so if you're addicted to the beverage, you're going to go back and drink more. You're going to want to go back to Panera Bread and have more of these fucking supercharged lemonades. You think lemonade. You don't think it's going to be fucking caffeinated. Or if it is, it's going to be mild because it's fucking lemonade.
Yeah. Like, I can't tell you how many times we saw parents giving their young children these lemonades when we were at a Panera. Like, holy jeez.
And, sorry.
I hope those parents were ready for that long-ass night that they were about to have.
It's also, I mean, and it's like, they were trying to, so Matt Pat in his video, he was saying, to their defense, they do list how much caffeine, but it's a number. It's not comparative. You see a number and you're like, okay, whatever.
What does that mean?
It has, people are like, oh, it's 100 calories. Some people have an idea of how much that is. Some people don't. It's not like a 1-to-1 comparison. If they knew that their kid was having the equivalent of 3 Monster Energy drinks, they would never let their children drink that. Oh, hell no. But Ken and I like to go to Panera Bread every now and then. But when we were there, we saw how many people would go back and get seconds and thirds. And that was what the TikTok video started with, was this woman saying, no wonder I felt so productive when I was working at Panera. I was fucking drinking so much caffeine. I should be dead. I should have died from the amount of caffeine. But despite, like Matt Pat's video, despite other people talking about it, they didn't take it down. It wasn't until someone fucking literally died.
Even that, like, it was a year after he died.
Oh, yeah.
That, like, more than likely, the lawsuits that happened probably necessitated them to start taking it down. Like,
yeah. I'm gonna pay attention to chat real quick. Let's see here. A lawyer who used GPT for a lawsuit. Why?
Yeah, I've heard
How
about
did
that
they
one
think
too.
that was gonna go? Oh
Yeah.
my god. So I like your toucan, Sam, you know.
My angry toucan. Like,
Yeah.
this bird is going to come in and is going to steal your sugary cereal is what this bird is going to do.
That's not for kids.
This is like a cross between Toucan Sam and the Trix Rabbit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You're coming in to, like, steal some stuff.
Silly bird. It's for kids.
So let's see what this weird, dumb bird... So, Toucanon and Xatu are these birds' names. This one is called Toko Toko. It's head empty, but you can see the blend for them.
Yeah, like down to like the little design at the top, because it's small on the what was its name's Xatu, yeah.
Yeah.
But I could also see those like flying birds too.
Yeah.
The ones that have the different flower type and the dancer bird. But no, I think out of the two that is absolutely just blended in fucking AI.
I mean, even just like the color palettes are just identical to Xatu. Like the feet are identical. It's got like the little white toe bits.
Wow.
Little white toe bits here. Red leggies. I know that's wouldn't be as much, but like look at the wings. The wings are white. They've got the orange, the green.
Wow.
Like it's all the same color palette between Xatu and this Toko Toko.
Before we go to the next one, I just really want to say, you know, I love that you as an artist are creating these, because you're showing what an actual no, really.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
You're showing that if somebody wanted to actually make something original and unique, but, you know, be inspired by Pokemon, that you did this, and, you know, somebody did look at it, they're like, oh, I could see it, but you still created something new. Your creation is different. This is absolutely just re-rinsed, a wash, repeat. Like, I'm the more I look at it, I'm positive it's fucking AI. Have we done number 5?
Number 5? No, we've not.
Okay.
Let's do a number 5. Okay. Oh, this one. Now, if people have seen much, the one that kind of we're basing for this one, you might have seen if you've seen anything for Palworld, but it's so good. It's so good.
I love Berserker.
Yeah, the Galarian Meowth and just its evolved form Berserker are so much fun.
I love them.
Just a Viking kitty. Like, holy crap. Yes, please.
So I'll go back to the chat real quick. There are tons of AI trash books out there, because everyone's like, oh, it's not being regulated. No one's telling me no. And so even the thing is that it takes zero effort to go boop, 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 and then upload a AI generated book with an AI generated image for the cover. And if you sell 2, you have made money.
Yeah. And like that's the thing for like Gold Rush technology. By the time it gets to the point where like people are making money and like, hey, I can make money on that too, it's too late. The oversaturation has already happened. You're probably not going to make as much money as you're hoping you would.
Yeah, capitalism doesn't care about our lives. Yep. Nope. It does. Absolutely does not fucking care. Rachel says that she did try some of the supercharged lemonade and couldn't drink any of it. Yeah, and you can absolutely see the difference in Ken's images. Yeah. Chance also adds, I also feel like these two could be seen for scene potentials.
There's a lot of like just emo scene kind of culture that's happening in a lot of these. It feels like
they said earlier that that was their youth. They've earned the badges for their scene emo badges.
I had my emo days too. You know, I feel it, and it's so wild to me to see Gen Z like starting to do like scene fashions. Like they're speed running our youths, you know. Like first it was the UFO pants. I don't know if I made this joke on stream before, but whatever. I'm gonna do it again. But yeah, like first it was the UFO pants, then the middle parts. Now it's the scene stuff. I just have to wait another 5 years to know what my trends are gonna be for millennials. Like as we get older, like they're gonna start like showing us what millennial future trends will be soon. Like it's wild.
Chances, maybe there's just part of me that just really wants to make a scene persona Go for it.
Do it.
There is what was that? The doll maker. The one where like we Chance and I like try to get you to make one too with the links.
Oh yeah, the pit crew stuff.
Pit crew, yeah. There's so many pit crews where you could do that. You can make your own scene persona. Yeah, it is. What was I saying? We're talking about fads.
Oh yeah, Gen Z. Gold Rush Technologies.
Yeah. Thank you. And I mean, again, because of the over sensationalization of it, and again, bad press is still just as good press nowadays. Mm-hmm. They don't care just so long as people are talking about it. They're downloading it, and it is one transaction for 99 cents on your part. Mm-hmm. But you get enough people who will do it, and they've made like $1,000 off of doing literally nothing. And that's where like I'm disappointed that Palworld is doing so well as far as money goes, because again, all they've done, all of these people, all they have done is taught these other corporations that just do this and you will make money.
They're showing them that there's a market for it.
Yeah. I heard that too, Rachel, about how Gen Z are aging much faster than other generations.
God. There's one content creator that we follow called Jordan the Stallion, and he goes over this a lot because he's 26 and like he went to a celebrity event and met The Rock. The Rock thought they were the same age. The Rock is 52.
I couldn't believe he was
twice his age.
I thought he was our age.
Me too. You know what's funny is like I've got an older Gen Z coworker who just started recently. He thought I was closer to him in age. Like he thought I was like 24, 25. I'm like, dude, I am 38 at this time in my life.
I have met a lot of Zoomers that I also thought were the same age as me, and they thought I was the same age as them.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's like we're swapping. They say millennials are staying we look very young, and Zoomers are aging really rapidly.
Maybe it's because millennials got more participation trophies. Maybe Zoomers didn't get nearly as many participation trophies as we did, so they just have more stress and whoa. So
it was all those participation trophies. So before they changed the formula of the Dino Nuggies.
Yeah. It's the cardboard pizza and Dino Nuggies.
There's too many preservatives, and the preservatives are what's preserving us.
Exactly.
They were like, oh, we can't feed these kids preservatives. Change that Dino Nuggie to be all natural white meats. Yep. And that's what's making them age faster now. Mm-hmm. You give those kids those preservatives to keep them nice and fresh.
Look at Ronnie James Dio. Dude died in his 60s, clean living, no drugs. Ozzy Osbourne is still kicking.
Drugs.
It's drugs, it's preservatives. That's what it is.
The preservatives. They're keeping us. And then I think all of the salt and just bitter things I consume. Not just food, but my bitter sense of humor. It's also working like a pickling agent into keeping me nice and well preserved. Exactly. I also might be a fairy. I mean, it's also of the pointed ears, so it's probably because I'm a fairy. It's probably because I'm an elf. Yeah. I know that 500 looks pretty good on me, but it is wild. Yeah, and a lot of people are noticing that, and I've noticed it from some other. I had some clients who I was just seeing the other day, and I had no idea the age that they were. And I'm like, you're in your early 20s. Wow. I'm like, yeah, I'm 40. And they're like, what? I'm like, oh, you're so sweet.
Yeah.
I just rounded up. Ken and I are actually 38 and we'll be 39 in this next new year in spring. Yeah. We're both spring babies. But still, like, I just rounded up and I say I'm 40 and people are like, what? I'm like, yep. Let's see here. Yeah, he does. Jordan does look like he's in his, like, not necessarily in his 50s.
He looks like he's close to us in age. Like,
Yeah,
I always
he should
thought
be
he was
in his
late 30s.
Late 30s, 40s is what I thought.
That is exactly what I was expecting.
He's like
too.
23, right?
26.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just still just like babby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a part of it too, Chance, like how the faces look and fashion and makeup. The Chance also says, I don't know, I just get the sense the drama around Gen Z looking as old is like some sensational bullshit.
I can get that too.
I can see that too, but I do admit that I have had some Zoomer clients and people I've met and just in my day-to-day life, and I did think that they were much older than they actually were. So, and you know, you would find that every now and then. Like, of course, not every person. But to the numbers that I've noticed as much, like, in much more in that kind of, like, to support that. I don't know. I can see it in the things that I've done. But I'm just one little guy, you know. I'm just one little guy.
Just a goofy little guy.
Just a one little goofy guy. I'm gonna go with preservatives.
Yeah.
Yeah, they changed the formula of the Dino Nuggies when they went to all natural white meat, man. Especially McDonald's.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. Yeah. We had fries before they changed the recipe, and they were good.
That went before they removed all the preservatives and tried to go all natural. You know, I think that's what's preserving us and making us long-lived. We had a little bit of that elixir of immortality for just the right time.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm really liking this kitty friend that we got.
This is so
going
cute.
on.
This is really good. I really like this friend. This is a really good blend between the two of them.
Yeah.
Are you gonna color it, or are you gonna?
I'm gonna add just a touch of color. I don't want to go too overboard.
Yeah.
But yeah, just bring in some of that purple.
Yeah, because it's almost 9, and you've only this is like number 4.
Like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Take
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm a little disappointed that Palworld has been doing as well as it has.
Yeah.
It does not deserve that hype, even though, because it's just derivative. And again, all you're teaching corporations and other people, it's just, oh, do this and you will make a shit ton of money. Like the AI-generated books.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that it's over flooded. Now, I know that there's actually more apps and programs that are able to detect if it's AI, and I think it should go through like a filter before you upload a book. Like, it looks like this is a book that's written by AI, but I mean, like, if you're an author and you actually did write a book, and someone accused you of writing it as via AI, you know, like that sucks too. These early technologies aren't perfect. And so as much as you like want to try to combat it, you have to be able to be that much smarter than these other, like the other technologies, because I could also see it going both ways. I don't think Palworld definitely does not deserve to be the second most highest sold game on all of fucking Steam. It definitely doesn't deserve that.
Well, I mean, it played. I don't know what the sales numbers are.
Oh, okay.
But, like most concurrent players.
But probably a lot of people are doing it because of the hype it's gotten.
Oh, absolutely.
And like, oh my god, how much of like Pokemon is this really? And they just want to be able to say that they played it before it got taken down, and that's the part I'm kind of disappointed about.
Okay. So you ready to see what Pocket Pal brought to the table?
I sure do.
It's dumb. 'Cause, like, so I combined Galarian Meowth with Delcatty.
Oh, Delcatty, yeah.
Skitty is its pre-evolved form, so totally good.
It's pink.
This one is called Grintail, and like you can definitely see the face. Like it's just they turn that frown upside down with the Galarian Meowth, but the eyes are so similar.
The tail.
The weird split tail, but like I mostly chose Delcatty just because of the color felt so similar, but it feels like you can see the inspiration.
I could also see Gengar in that too.
Yeah, I can definitely see a Gengar in it.
I could see Gengar being
that smile.
Yeah.
That mouth.
Well, and the round shape and the purple and the ears. I could also see a Gengar.
And spikes.
I kind of like mine a little bit better.
Well, okay, and I want to reiterate this, and I'm going to say at least 40 more times. I love that we're doing this because if they're bringing this case up and they use this in in court, this is exactly showing an example of an actual artist creating a blend of these two and how that's an original idea, even though it's derivative, versus AI that's just it's obviously stolen assets. Even if it's just a little bit here and there, it's still stolen assets.
You want to do the next one?
Oh right, I need to roll a die.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Number 12.
Number 12. Okay. Who is number 12? Oh, this is a good one.
Oh, these are two of my favorite Pokemon. I cannot believe.
So, Ms. Magius is our ghost on the right.
That's my favorite ghost
type. And then
type.
Florigato is our kitty on the left. And they're fantastic. Like, I love Sprigatito in Sword and Shield. And not so... Scarlet and Violet, excuse me. I love... The whole evolutionary chain. I know a lot of people weren't thrilled that it becomes bipedal, and I agree.
Know.
It would have been a lot more fun had it stayed quadruped the whole way through, but it's pretty fucking powerful, and I really like it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna make kind of a ghost magician kitty is what we're doing.
Chances, this blend is just Pacific Northwest queer person. I mean, hell yeah.
Why not?
Hell yeah. That's all I gotta say. These are like my two favorite Pokemon, so hell yeah. My favorite Pacific Northwest queer person. My favorite.
So I'm gonna do a solid here, and I'm gonna make this kitty bipedal again.
Thank you.
That's what I'm gonna do for y'all.
Put those Pete's
four
on the
on
ground.
The floor.
Good.
How many times did we hear that growing up? 4 on the floor. Like you lean your chair back a little bit just to have fun and recline. It's like nope.
Oh, I never had that. I never said that. That's the first I've heard of this. That's why I laughed.
Oh God, no. Yeah, that was an experience from my youth.
Oh.
Was just like if you lean back in those like plastic chairs that you had, like if you're sitting against the wall, like everybody's like you're gonna fall over and you're gonna crack your skull open. 4 on the floor. Like,
Never heard that. Huh.
It was something I heard somewhat regularly.
Oh, I guess that was the difference between our school districts, I suppose.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody did say it and I just blocked it out. I don't know. Maybe.
I feel like I'd heard it from other areas of pop culture too, but I don't know. It's been a minute.
Yeah. Oh, Chance did hear that at school too. But they just forgot. Memory unlocked.
No
yeah. I'm curious again. What I'm most curious about this whole Palworld thing is how does this move forward?
Yeah.
Because with this case being opened up and Pokemon investigating it, they will have to trying to come up with that much concept art that quickly. I mean, they could try to do it with AI. I'm sure they're probably concept art for this in AI, but who knows? AI can do a lot, but can it get you out of a lawsuit?
I mean, maybe you can use it for legal stuff.
Oh, well, that's what we were just talking about. A lawyer tried to, and it didn't really work out too well.
No, it didn't.
But, because, again, the lack of concept art, the lack of, again, just how derivative it is. It's
like the CEO's just blasé attitude towards for the other games that they've produced, saying oh, it looks so much like Hollow Knight. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care about other IPs and whether it looks similar or derivative. It is not a concern that this person has.
And there's a lot of Japanese companies that are like that. Japan doesn't really care about IPs. No. This is why I think it's so fascinating that this is going to be happening in Tokyo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because both of these companies are Japanese based. And because of Nintendo's influence in the United States, there will be the pressure to put onto Nintendo Japan to probably press charges and to look into how to how to make sure and secure, their IPs. Because that's why, and to reiterate what Ken said earlier, I am surprised that Disney hasn't been the first to do it.
Yeah.
Because while Disney and so many other companies want to protect their IPs, they also want to capitalize on AI. Like how Disney made the that Marvel TV show movie made with AI.
Oh yeah. Secret Wars.
Yeah.
The title card was made with AI for all the art for that.
And they're like, see, isn't it funny? It's like a message.
We're trying to say a thing about how nothing is what it seems.
See?
No,
they were testing the waters.
They were testing the waters, yeah.
They were testing to see what people would say and if people would, how people would respond to them blatantly using AI. So as much as corporations don't want their shit to be stolen, they want to steal other people's shit.
Oh yeah.
And there's gonna be a breaking point at some point, and I feel like this is gonna be a big case, especially in a country like Japan that normally doesn't really care about IPs, especially like they do here in the United States.
Oh yeah.
The fact that Steamboat Willie went free domain this year, everyone's fucking flipping out, and they're all making horror games. I think that's the funniest part.
That.
Is Steamboat Willie, and it's all just horror games. It's just mwah. But people are going gangbusters and crazy, finally being able to play with these. Meanwhile, in Japan, they don't really care about it. But this opens a whole new can of worms, and especially if it was 100%. And again, my working theory, and I think most people would agree, based on what we've seen already, it was probably used using AI.
Yeah.
And so that changes so much about this discussion. And corporations are going to have to finally decide. Are you going to allow everybody to steal your shit, or are you going to try to maintain your shit and nobody can steal it? Because then you're going to have to get rid of AI. You wanted to steal everybody else's shit, but not yours.
Yeah, we can steal. We just don't want to be stolen from.
Yeah,
That's what every thief says.
Chance asks in the chat, did you guys hear what happened with Wacom?
No, what happened with Wacom? Please. Oh, I hope it's not terrible.
Yeah, I'm curious. It's WACOM, Wacom, because that's what Ken's drawing on.
I'm using a Cintiq I bought back in 2016.
I love this cat. I love what you're drawing. Her little side eye. This is amazing. This is so cute.
Could it be a Meowsing?
Oh, it is a very Meowsing.
Oh, fantastic.
I love her. I love that little side eye.
This little magical kitty. Meowgical, even.
This is such a meowgical, little witchy kitty. This is all of my favorite things. Is this just a Valentine's Day gift for me, Kenji?
It might be.
Is this an early Valentine's Day gift?
I could spend some time to really just render this friendo.
Oh, so we got the answer from Chance. So for the year 2024, Year of the Dragon, they used art that people thought was AI generated. Turns out that it was, but it wasn't Wacom who did it. It was an artist they bought the art from. Wait, am I reading this correctly?
Oh, so they bought so they commissioned somebody, and that person didn't actually make the art. They just churned it out with AI. Is that what I'm understanding?
Let me reread this because now Stephanie misread the chat. So they used art that people thought was AI generated. Turns out it was, but it wasn't Wacom who did it.
Okay.
It was an artist they bought the art from. So they bought art so somebody was claiming that they created art. They bought it and to use as like promotional, like ads or something, but it was actually the artist didn't actually create it. They created it using AI, if I'm understanding this correctly.
That sounds to be what like that. That is my take, my interpretation on what you read.
Man, do your own research, man. But it sucks. You know, like, so many people are doing exactly that nowadays.
Yeah.
They lie about using AI. I know Ken's told me your own frustrations about, like, just even on Instagram, that you've put, like, don't show me AI shit. Block these hashtags, block these things. And so people know, people don't like AI. And so they're being sneaky about it because they still want to try to make money off of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so yeah, someone scammed Whatcom is what Chan says. That sucks. But yeah, I mean, like, there are ways to be able to check to see if some art is AI or not, and unfortunately AI does have a particular look. It looks a little too smooth.
Yep.
It looks a little too smooth, it looks a little too polished, and I'm getting better, because I've accidentally reshared things that I didn't realize were AI. My bestie, who is a graphic artist, illustrator, she's got a good eye for it, because I mean that's literally what she does for a living. She's an artist just like Ken, and so she's like, whoops, this is AI. And I'm like, what? No, I'm so embarrassed. There was one I did share, and I feel really stupid for sharing it, because there was like a hand, like a baby arm coming out of a woman's chest.
Yeah, it was like what if Ghibli did like Castlevania or something, wasn't that? Or
it was Phantom of the Opera, but what if in the style of Vampire Hunter D?
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My misunderstanding is understandable.
Yeah, so it was, but there's a lot of that stuff happening not too long ago.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, there was literally a baby arm coming out of her chest. And I'm like, wow, I'm really stupid for not seeing that. Whoops. And so I've had to start learning how to train my eye better. And so is everybody else.
Oh, yeah.
For a while, I mean, AI has gotten smarter. The more people use it, the more they train it, the smarter it's getting. So a lot of AI knows it doesn't do hands well, so they'll crop the hands out of the image in its generation. Like, it'll be just off to the side, or they're holding something, or the hands are just, obscured ever so slightly. Took one from, what was that? Rob Liefeld?
Rob Liefeld.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remembered the name.
You did.
Wow. Good job, Stephanie. Yeah, Rob Liefeld, he also did that trick where he didn't want to draw hands or feet, so he'd obscure them as well. Yeah. But AI's been doing that. So at first it was like, oh, check out how many fingers do they have? How, like, what about teeth?
Oh, yeah.
What about this? And so now you don't see open smiles. You don't see people's teeth in AI art anymore. So it's getting smart and subtle to try to hide where it knows it can't, where it struggles. Again, the more you use AI, the more you teach it.
Yeah.
But...
Nightshade?
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks for reading my mind. Do you want to talk about Nightshade?
Sure. Nightshade is basically like an AI poison that developers have come up with. That more iterations that use it. Like if an artist puts Nightshade, it's basically like a filter or a watermark that you put into your art, so that when an AI tries to train off of your art, it can mess with the programming, and it will start like changing with the results. So like a cow, like a dog becomes a cow eventually, or like a car will turn into a cat.
Yep.
Like if you want to have a T-Rex, it'll give you a great white shark. So it kind of makes it start to think, okay, this result is for this, and changes what it gets.
Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily destroy AI, it just changes how it perceives the images that it's training off of, and makes it give incorrect responses.
it is killing it, because
It is.
if you create, okay, so many people, what they like about AI is they can punch in something and they get instant gratification for what it is they want. So if you are a person who likes to commission an artist and you want something very specific, one, you have to be judged by that person for what you want. And so if you want something weird and cringy, you'll have to accept that you're probably not going to get that. But there's lots of people who do lots of weird kind of shit on the internet, so who knows?
Yeah. Like, there's
but
enough kinks out there. You probably won't get shamed if you find the right artist.
yeah. But again, you can put anything. You could put anything in there, and instantaneously you will get what you want. And so that's that instant gratification. We did do an AI stream a long time ago when AI was still pretty rough.
Before we really knew how it was being trained. Yeah.
I mean, it was still like when it was really rough, and so the images we got was really fucking funny. Like, it was really bad. It was really, really bad. And again, we used ones that were for free. We did not give them any money at all whatsoever, and it was just for the purposes of entertainment. So I don't feel bad about our one stream we had about AI.
And like I said too, like, that was before we really knew how AI was being trained either. So
it's but regardless, back then, it was funny just to see what it was coming up with. And there was, a short little laugh, ha, ha, ha. But there are people who are really serious about it. And they really, like, people who call themselves AI artists.
Yeah,
they
like,
consider...
we're prompt artists.
Yeah. Or using words like AI, what was it? Prompter. Like they're like, I'm a professional AI prompter, and they're surprised why people aren't going to hire them.
Yeah.
Because literally anyone can do the same exact thing. But it's such a wild world out there right now. It's the Wild West in the world of AI for sure. Let me pause real quick so
we can take a look at the meager attempt that Palworld made to merge these two together, which, quite frankly, again, maybe this is my own personal bias, but I feel like I came up with something much better.
I love this. I love this little kitty witch.
So this is called Catress. There we go.
It is that. It's just that. There's some other Pokemon in that too, but...
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, there's definitely, like, other inspirations. Yeah. Like, you could go with, like, Raboot, the Sword and Shield, like, second generation.
Yeah, I
Rabbit.
See that one.
Yeah. Haterne. She could be in there, too. Like, there's definitely a lot.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
That's why it feels like AI, because it's so derivative.
Exactly. It feels too similar on a lot of these.
Like, it took parts from lots of different things and mashed them up together, like AI does.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sure they probably said, like, which cat in the style of Pokemon is probably their prompt.
Yeah, that's probably all it has to be.
Yeah. We could probably put that in a Midjourney and get something similar.
Yeah.
Thankfully, that is one nice thing about AI, is that you can't really get the same result, or it's harder to get the same result. So if you refresh the page, you're hosed.
Yeah.
All right. What's our next one?
Did we do number 3?
Yes, I believe we did. Let's take a look at number 3. Yes, that was our first one.
Number 7?
Number 7. We've not done number 7. All right. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
We're gonna blend Eevee and Alcremie.
Oh, this does seem like a fucking prompt. This seems like such a fucking prompt, because two of everyone's like a dessert Eevee. A dessert Eevee. Like, there's so many evolutions, but like, just to get the cuter, like, a dessert Eevee, oh my god, of course the internet would love it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna pay attention to the chat really quick. We got Chance saying, what sucks too is artists who have the styles that get ripped from get accused of being AI generated. Yeah. Oh, I know. It so sucks for those poor artists. It's hard enough being a professional artist. And then in a world of post NFTs and AI, it's so hard. But that's where I love Nightshade, where It is literal poison for AI, and because my whole point of what I was talking about before, because it's that instant gratification, and you get something immediately right away after you boop boop boop, and you can do it as long as you want. You can do as many iterations as you want until you get the thing that you want, right?
Yeah.
Instant gratification. But if you start poisoning it and you don't get what you want, people are going to lose interest.
Oh, yeah.
If you plug it in and you say, I want to see Mario in the style of Studio Ghibli, and you get totally something completely different, you're like, oh, well, this isn't what I wanted. Okay, moving on. That kills it. Mm-hmm. That absolutely kills it. And I think it's fucking brilliant. You have to work smarter in killing the formula. I can imagine that some other people will try to find other ways around it.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm sure there's in a lot of these companies are trying to write code that will prevent Nightshade from working with their
but
stuff.
then Nightshade 2.0.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just going to be like a digital arms race of just escalation.
Yeah. Which, seriously, stop fucking stealing people's art. Just bottom line.
That's the long and short of it. That's all you have to do to stop it.
And I know we've talked about this before, because so many people try to defend AI and saying, well, it's really great for, like, coming up with concept arts for inspiration. Yeah. You know, like, I like to use it for a background, or I like to use it as, like, an inspirational piece for art. Kind of like how people will find poses of famous actors or actresses. There's lots of poses that you can find on, like, Pinterest, or where you have models that will do certain poses. But if you have AI, you can get exactly what you want, that you don't necessarily have to do these other steps or search so long on the internet to find this one specific thing. And that's great and all for what, like, to use it as a creative space.
Yeah.
The problem is what it's sourcing from.
Yeah. Yep.
If they were using free domain.
Oh yeah.
If they were using like, you paid a bunch of artists to create a bunch of artwork that was used specifically for these programs, that's fine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we would not be having these problems. The problem is they're stealing fucking people's art and taking credit for it and making lots of money off of it.
Trying to, anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
So many people are. Like fucking Palworld. They made a shit ton of money.
Yep.
They make a shit ton of money off of fucking using AI to have derivative Pokemon and made a whole goddamn video game about it.
I had heard something about, like, Genshin Impact. I don't know if they're using AI, but I guess the community around Genshin Impact is vehemently opposed to AI themselves. So if it were to come out that they did, things would get bad for Genshin Impact real quick. I can't remember if they actually had or not, but that was a conversation I was having the other day at work. That's fun.
Yeah. These two are very cute. And I love what you're doing. This absolute dessert Eevee. This is very cute. Yes. This is a little sundae. This is a little Eevee sundae.
But you know what? You can enjoy this, friend, Monday through Saturday, not just Sunday, baby.
Cute. Again, if it was ethically sourced.
Yeah.
If it was just ethically sourced.
Yeah, Tyson. Wait, no, that's a different thing.
Nestle.
Yes, there we go. That's the next one.
Like, literally, it's all everyone's asking for is don't be a bunch of dicks.
Yep.
All of these religions around the world, they all just boil down to one thing: don't be a bag of dicks. Really, how hard is it? But you all make it seem like it's that hard to be not a bunch of just fucking...
a whole collective of dicks.
Like 30 goddamn dicks. Yes, George Washington with 30 goddamn dicks. A chance. Just 30 goddamn dicks. Like, it's not... And it's not... Why is it so hard to, like, not steal people's shit? Why is this such a weird, like, up for these big ethical debate conversations? Yeah. No, it's literally just somebody's fucking art. Don't steal it.
Yeah.
And if you want to play with this art, if you want to play with this type of technology, cool. it's just use ethically sourced art. There's literally like how many thousands of years of classical art that is free domain. It's in fucking museums. It's fucking for free. You can use it.
Yeah.
Then why aren't you just using that? Why are you stealing everybody else's art?
Yeah, like, unless your name is Yoshikage Akira, nobody's really gonna give a shit about the Mona Lisa.
Seriously. There is so much. I like your JoJo's.
Yeah,
that was good.
But pretty solid JoJo's references now, yeah.
Yeah, that was good. I'm sorry, I should have given you more of that, given that more attention that is absolutely deserved. Yeah. That's the part that kills me the most, because as many people are trying to say, well, I really like AI because it's a great tool for my art. I like to use it as an inspirational tool. Yeah. Again, no one would be having this problem if you were just using it in an ethical way.
Yeah. You know, the thing that's funny to me, too, about just the whole AI conversation, I was expecting us to make fun of, like, Palworld a whole lot more than our AI rant that we're going on. Oh, no worries. Like, I'm here for it. Like, let's put the shade on AI, specifically Nightshade. But it just, like, I've heard, wow, where was I going with that? My brain just melted. Like,
ice cream?
Yeah. We were talking about, like, ethical use of, like, AI. Oh, wow. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm sure artists. If you rewind, like, you can watch my brain melt in real time.
Artists who like to use AI for inspiration to help them with their art. Does that help?
Oh, no. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. My brain just melted, like, live on stream.
Finally got to Ken's breaking point.
This was the day that my brain melted. Oh, wow. Oh, jeez. Wow. As soon as stream ends, I'm going to remember what I was trying to talk about, and it's going to tear me up.
Well, you still got 30 minutes. You got 30 minutes to remember, but
oh,
last week's stream definitely broke both of us.
God,
it was really funny. It was
Guess
really
Who
funny.
characters based on Vibe was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Go check it out. It was after this. After you're done watching this, go check out that stream. It was really fun. We definitely want to do more streams based off of different vibes. I would love to go back to the Pokemon stream that drawing them based off of their literal names.
Oh yeah, that was so fun.
We did a couple of them, and I want to do it again because there's over 1,000 fucking Pokemon. I think it'd be really fun to do again, but I'd love to do the Guess Who Pokemon, Guess Who based off of Vibes stream again. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
See if we can get our hands on, like, the newer Guess Who instead of just the 80s one.
Yeah. Although some of the people who are watching live were able to Google it pretty quickly and then could find the list and were playing along with home, which was fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
I love that. That was a lot of fun where people were playing at home.
Okay.
Are you going to add some color to this, friend?
No, I want to try and get to a few more.
Okay.
So this is just kind of my quick, far more Eevee, but like just with dessert kind of themes to it.
I love it. It is really cute.
But when I show you their friend, the pal, you're going to recognize pretty quick. This is called Cremia.
Crimea, okay.
Which is funny because that was like the name of like the older sister in Majora's Mask on the ranch. But there we go.
Oh.
There we go. It's just little puffball, floofy Eevee is basically all it is. It's just a color swap.
I could see a bunch of other Pokemon in that too. I can see why you went with the dessert Pokemon.
Yeah. Like, I've seen images of this one compared with just like the Gigantamax version of Eevee because it looks so one-to-one.
I mean, again, this is where I could see this Pokemon, this Pokemon, and again, only just cementing our headcanon, our theory that this was just AI generated.
Yeah.
Because I could see a lot of other Pokemon like Wooloo, and the little feet. Yeah, that looks just like Eevee feet, but they're darker.
Yeah, just maybe without the big tail.
Even
Yeah.
just like how it's positioned too.
Yup.
Like,
Yup,
damn.
yup.
Oh, that's shameless.
It really is.
I love yours though. The little dessert Eevee. That's very cute.
I'm gonna have to rewatch the stream and come back to this one so I can maybe jog my memory on what I was trying to say. That's gonna bug me the whole rest of the stream now. Like I'm sorry to y'all. My brain just melted on this one.
We're all wanting to know now, Kenji. We're all wanting to know.
Well, once I remember, maybe I'll put it into the comments or the description.
So we got 30 minutes left. Are there
Yeah.
any that, like, maybe 2 more you'd like to do on this list?
I think,
Rather than me rolling a dice?
I think number 10 is one that I wanted to get to. Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes,
remember
it
you talking
is.
about this one.
Okay. This is Lucario and Cophagrius.
Cophagrius.
Because it is a coffin and it is a phage because that is a type of ghost.
I think this is one I used in the literal translation. I can't remember what its literal name was. I think this is one I did pull up. It was like... I can't remember, like Demon Ghost or something. Chance is
Maybe-
very excited for this one.
Yeah. Okay.
The I know. I mean, there's not much I can talk about Palworld except like because I haven't played it and just the things that we've seen like Pokemon, but what if with literal guns?
Yeah.
Not like
yeah.
squirt guns, but like assault rifle guns, which
Yeah.
is kind of awful and terrifying. Because Pokemon's supposed to be wholesome, and taking that, you know, going back to all the boring legal stuff, that could be something that actually could be part of their case.
Yeah.
Because Palworld is trying to be like all grown up for more like adults and more older kids. That could be the thing that undoes it, is because
This is something that hurts our brand.
it hurts their brand. It also mixes, like, they may say that there's their audiences for like, you know, 16 plus, but because they're literally stealing their images of Pokemon, and kids like Pokemon, and Pokemon's safe for kids. That if they do play Palworld, they're basically like trying to use that imagery, but then it's damaging to children, and children could then be angry, or parents could be upset with Pokemon. They're like, "Listen, this isn't our game. They just stole our assets. Sorry, you didn't read the thing, but you know, buyer beware." But again, that could be used in a case like even like a defamation, because they're like ruining the brand imagery by because I've seen some things, and it's just most people, it's part of that sensationalization, like random little cute sheep Pokemon and hyper beams just coming out of them out of nowhere. There was a picture, do you want to show that one later, of like the sheep with the fucking semi-automatic guns?
God, yeah, I can look that up here in just a little bit.
I mean, you can, if you want to Google it, it's Palworld. This a lot, because it just came out just a couple days ago, right?
No, I think it's been out for most of January.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But with that only being out for so long, there's not a lot of stuff out. So, and it's only just recently that people are finally like, whoa, you fucking stole Pokemon.
Yeah.
This is fucking blatant. And so, Rachel says that it came out on the 19th.
Oh, okay. Okay, so never mind. Thank you.
So, about like a week.
About a week. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. About a week.
Yeah, a little bit over a week, yeah. Yeah. So in just that a week, you know, there's still not a lot out there, but yeah, I'm sure if you want to pull that image up, I was a little worried about actually putting it on YouTube. Even though we're not like monetized or anything, there are some images that will get your videos taken down, and I don't know, that one kind of pushes that line.
I mean, the level of like a lot of the games that end up on YouTube, I'm not too terribly worried about that. Like it just. Yeah.
It's just the two of them together. I think that's the biggest why I would. Again, it's kind of like Wooloo, cutesy little sheep type Pokemon.
Yeah.
but with giant fucking
yeah, it's like a line. The PAL is called Lamball, and it's just a line of like 3 of them with like Gatling guns in like with sandbags kind of banked up in front of it, like,
which is fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah. Like all it needs is like, it looks so much like a World War II like entrenchment, and it's just, oh my god, it's so fucking funny.
But that's why it's been getting so much attention,
Yeah.
is because of the it's just so crazy and over the top.
So bonkers.
It's bonkers, and people do love that. But again, I think, I don't know, it'll be very interesting to see what happens from this, from like the lawsuits and how it will affect everything, and especially AI, because I don't know if they can hide the fact that I don't think they can, in the time they have, be able to come up with enough, like, these are our original concept art for everything that they did.
I feel like there's going to be, you know what, I'm just going to cheese this. I feel like they're going to throw people under the bus pretty hard with it, because I heard a thing that they were having a hard time with getting people, like finding someone who could 3D render guns for them, because it's a Japanese studio. And I guess a lot of people, like a lot of the devs that they were looking to hire, like, didn't really do much with guns, but they just lucked out and found a hobbyist and hired them to their team to help them with their guns. And they say hobbyist, but really, like, were they just like popping it into AI too? But I mean, I guess you'd need somebody to 3D model like what came out of your AI generation.
I mean, you can create the ideas from AI and just have people use that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like, you don't have AI for making fucking guns. Like, they're just straight up like realistic looking guns, which is just, again, it's kind of fucking funny, but it's also really fucking terrible. It's really, really awful what they're doing. Yeah. And so that could also screw them over in a lawsuit, because it's so derivative. It's obvious that where they are ripping them off, and they're using violent images, like with guns, for something that is supposed to be like really like kid friendly. That could also be one more nail in the coffin for Palworld.
Yeah, and like, especially just if Nintendo tries like cite international law, because they have Nintendo of America, just like, hey, look, we have to follow these guidelines so that our games can be playable in America, especially with like COPA from just a couple years ago that like YouTube had to deal with, which like every time I upload a video, I have to say, like, is this for kids? Is this kid friendly or not? And like that's a consideration I have to put in every time I make a content.
This is not a kids channel.
Yeah, no, we say fuck too much.
Ken has drawn way too many beefy sexual dudes. Things that have very suggestive poses.
You're just trying to get people to go back and watch past streams, aren't you?
I mean, yeah. Some of those past streams are pretty hot, you know? Just gotta say. I totally agree, Chance. It does look like a meme. That image of like the what we're talking about with the Palworld with the guns, it does look like a meme. It looks like a straight up meme.
It does.
But that's just what they're trying to do. It's that sensationalization.
Yeah, get that meme culture.
Meme culture, bad press is still press, and bad press will still make you money, because people are like, look how this smells awful. Here, smell it.
Yeah, exactly.
and it still works, and again, they will still make money, and if they're making a shit ton of money right now, and I hate it, but you know. If they didn't get that big of enough of a hype, because I feel like so many of these games too, they're not trying to get a lot of attention.
Yeah.
They're trying to get enough attention so they can sell and make some money, but don't get too much. Like their first one, right?
Oh yeah, with the Hollow Knight ripoff, yeah.
And nobody was really talking about it. And it wasn't really, like, to this point where we're doing a fucking stream about it, making fun of it and talking about it.
People are only talking about their Hollow Knight ripoff because of Palworld.
Yeah. They got away with that.
Yeah.
They absolutely got away with it because it was just enough where they could get some money off of it, but not enough where people would actually, like, call them out and they could face repercussions for their actions. Because that's the idea, is just make it be derivative, just do it, make your money, and then disappear. And it's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. But, it's fucking capitalism, and it is very, very exhausting, Chance, I agree. But, I mean, it's like I said, I think it's very interesting, and I'm very curious to see how this pans out in court. Because Pokemon has said they're going to be looking into it, and I don't think that they would just let this one drop. I don't think they would.
I really like this, like just the ghost hands and everything. Like
this is
fun.
This is like Anubis. This is like very Anubis.
It's funny you should say that because that's what Palworld named their creation.
Just a straight up Anubis.
This is their Anubis.
Wow, that is exactly those two Pokemon. But yours is cooler.
Mine is a lot cooler.
Because you actually had an artist make it.
And it's not like, it doesn't wear those stupid, like flared out, baggy, like, cropped pants.
Yeah,
like,
those pants are kind of strange.
Dumb.
Oh, man.
Mine's cooler.
Yours is super cooler. These are all been so generic and bland, almost as if it was created by a computer.
I know, right? Weird.
Wow.
Weird.
Wow. Well, Kenji, we got about 20 more minutes. Do you think we got time for one or two more?
There's one that I definitely want to do, and I'm trying to remember what number it was.
Yeah, I feel like Palworld's disrespecting the god Anubis with this one as well. I really agree with you, Chance. Rachel wants you to know that yours is very cute and the ghost hands rule.
Awesome. Well,
I think so
very
too.
Much. All right, you know what? I found which one that I want to do next.
Okay.
We're going to merge Zangoose with Electabuzz.
And Zangoose, man, you talk about some Ziggy Stardust energy right there.
Yeah.
That is a Pokemon people love to forget about.
I love Zangoose. Like, whenever I come across him in one of the games, like, I immediately pick him up. Like, I love that Pokemon. It's so dumb.
It is very Ziggy Stardust.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Chance. Now, this is the one where you make an old queer bear.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what Ken does. But just to say it one more time, and I know I said this before, and I said I was going to say it again, and I'm going to say it again because I love that because we were trying to figure out how to do the stream about how to do Palworld for a while, and Ken pitched this idea, and I hadn't seen enough to really know just how just blend these two Pokemon and you get a Pal. It was until we looked at more of the art. I was thinking some other ideas, even just straight ripping, just riffing on them. But I'm glad that you showed me them so that we could do this, because I think this is absolutely brilliant. Mostly, again, to illustrate, I cannot stress this enough, an artist actually doing the work. An artist actually creating a blending of these two characters is such a different experience than when AI does it. When AI does it, it is bland, it is generic, it is boring and unoriginal. It is absolutely just mash them up and blend it. Will it blend? Burr. Watch it go burr. Oh my gosh. Kenji. You are giving Chance exactly what that they asked for.
Yes, I am.
You give them exactly. See, and then you can also listen to the chat, and as a real artist, you can give them exactly that. But yeah, AI is always going to be bland. It's always going to be derivative because that's what it fucking is.
Yeah, like...
But with you, like, doing an actual piece, here is how an artist would do this. Even though you're being a derivative, even though you were literally just mashing two Pokemon together, it's still so much more creativity.
You know, and like one thing that I want to say, too, is that... and this might be the thing that I was trying to say earlier. I think it is. Because this was a conversation I was having the other day. Okay, it came back to me. This is it. That it happened before the end of stream, and I'm gonna milk this from saying it to just drive y'all crazy. No, so like, as an artist myself, I find like just the whole using AI to kind of help me like come up with ideas and inspiration and iterative work becomes less appealing to me, because when I'm studying art for getting ideas, I'm also studying like the techniques and choices that I'm trying to figure out that artist may have made. Like what did they do? Like why didn't they do some of the things that they chose? And you don't get that with AI. You can't get that with AI because it's not making decisions. It's just, okay, algorithmically, this is how I'm gonna make this, and it feels, I don't know, like you're just losing a lot of the humanity that's in the art when you do that. So,
and everyone's losing their mind in the chat.
That I'm drawing sexy Shrek. Yes.
Chance, oh my god, Shrek. Shreky Star Swamp. Oh my gosh. Rachel thinks it's pretty cute.
Am I sealing my fate that I'm gonna have to draw more sexy Shrek in the future?
I think you've already said what our Valentine's Day stream needs to be now.
Oh no! Oh god! Just all sexy Shrek, like just nothing else. It's just gonna be Shrek. Shreksy. We'll say.
The Shreksy Valentine's Day stream, yeah. I think that you've already have sealed your fate now. Didn't we have an idea?
I don't... No, Valentine's Day is on a Wednesday this year, so...
oh, you're going to do another stream.
Yeah, it's Valentine's is going to be a pixel stream.
Chance says, give me the Shrek with the claps. Give me the Shrek. I think I was asking for something about for like the week before or something, like whenever we could for our stream. Something about Metal Gear. I think that's what I was asking for.
Oh, I remember. Yes, okay, I remember now what you were wanting to do. You were wanting to do Edgelord Valentine's.
Oh, that's right!
Okay, I think we may still need to do that.
Okay. But we gotta throw some Shreks in. And
absolutely.
We gotta, I think, last year we made a New Year's resolution of just doing more Pokemon streams, and I think we can just add more Shrek. I think we should be adding more Shrek. We had more Shrek the first year of our streams, and then last year I think we dropped the ball. I think we can add more Shrek this year.
I think so.
I think we can do that as a gift to our people. Chance adds in the chat, I'm gonna end up actually getting Shrek associated with me like I did with the weird / cursed food. Oh my goodness. But yeah, like, going back to our slightly more serious conversation before everyone's like losing their mind that you were drawing...
I'm drawing sexy Shrek.
This is almost like Barbarella Shrek.
Oh god, that hairy dude that Barbarella hooks up with.
And then she like wears all the furs right after they fuck.
Oh, I feel like she shaved him for that. Like he had enough hair for to do that. Like he wasn't gonna miss any of it.
That was a 70s man hair.
That was a man.
That was a man. Manly hairsuit man of 1976.
Very hirsute, yes. I thought that movie was in the 70s or 60s rather.
No, it was 70s.
I was positive Barbarella was a 60s movie.
Maybe
like, end of the 60s, like 69. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah.
Chance also adds it's giving that naked Burt Reynolds look.
I mean, kind of, yeah. That was a little bit of what I'm going for. Do like draw me as one of your French girls.
Yeah. It also gives me that scene though from Barbarella with like when she comes out with the furs after that, like the first time they make love in old savage ways without like taking the pill and touching their hands.
Yes, they're weird pill sex.
Yeah, those savages like with bodily functions, but nobody has had sex like that since something the pejorative era. I don't even remember what the fuck she said. It was just as
it was weird.
1968.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Chance.
The end of the
Okay.
60s.
It was almost the sexy number. It was almost the sexy number. Okay. Well, this is art. You've created art. This is still a better Pokemon than whatever Palworld came up with.
Gotta make him yellow though for being the Electabuzz. It's yellow Shrek. He's furry. He's sexy. Like when will people finally admit that Shrek is sexy? No, that's not something I need to say. People already make Shrek sexy. Like that is a statement that does not need to get made.
Yeah, it's already a thing that exists.
It is.
It's already.
It absolutely is.
I know that this is just your own creative genius, but we'd love to see what the OG PAL is, and I think we'd have one time for one more.
Okay. So the actual PAL is named Grinbolt.
Grinbolts. Okay.
Grin and Barrett. Let me try to move some stuff because that's good television. But here he is.
Oh, yeah. That is those two Pokemon.
Yeah.
I also feel like it's a Totoro.
It looks like Totoro went Super Saiyan. Absolutely.
It's over 9,000! It is. Oh, yeah.
It is all those things. It's not nearly as sexy as mine.
You know, okay. Okay, so I want to say a few things, but let's get our last one going real quick before I go on this little rant. Damn, though, that is just so it is so boring. It is so generic and boring.
I'm trying to figure out which one I want to do last. Like, there. Oh, No, we've talked about Lamball too much. I don't want to do that one. Like, that was a little too obvious. God, there's two that I think would be a lot of fun, and I don't know.
I mean, we can go late if we want to. We can do what the fuck we want.
Okay, I think I know which one I want to do.
Okay.
We're gonna try and fuse Absol and Chandelure.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's two things.
Okay.
Shit, what was I gonna say first?
Your brain is melted now. I'm so sorry.
No, so there is one PAL I do want to talk about that Ken told me about. It's speaking of 69.
Oh God, yeah, Lavander.
Yeah.
Oh God.
So,
So dumb.
this is a PAL. This is a part of their own PAL decks. I believe that's what they actually called it in the game.
PAL deck, yeah.
It's the PAL deck. Again, it's fucking Pokemon. Elegant goth vibes. Yes, Chance. It's definitely. Oh my God, there is fan art of Shrek and Rohan Kashibe kissing. Of course there is, but oh my God, how very specific.
That is so specific.
Wow.
I kind of love that though.
But yeah, this in the PAL deck, there's the entry number 69 is a dragon that's
fuck dragon.
It's a fuck dragon.
It's a fuck dragon.
Ken, do you want to describe the fuck dragon?
It's so with the Pokemon that I would say is closely related, like looks as, is Salazzle, which is another fuck lizard that is very curvaceous. It has a very AFAB kind of hourglass figure to it, and it's weird. It's super duper weird.
It's original. It's lore. its lore
Its lore
is
is
that
specific.
it was just really horny, and so it started like fucking other pals. But then it couldn't get enough from other pals, so it started getting horny with humans.
Yup, it turned its amorous ways to the humans.
So that's in its lore. That's in its lore. And again, Pokemon is supposed to be for kids.
Yeah.
And as much as Salazzle does have like the curvaceous looks, and there's like Purr the bunny, that's just pretty much
Lopunny.
like Lopunny.
Yeah.
Which is very but again, it is presented in a way where it's kind of like the rules at the Renaissance Fair. If your kid gets it, it's your fault, not ours.
Yeah.
It's not anything just the blatant like this fuck dragon likes to fuck humans. It literally will have sex with you. They will never say that in Pokemon. They would never, ever blatantly. There are some things that are freaky in Pokemon about, like, fucking ghost balloons that will kidnap children.
Yeah.
Or steal souls or, like, kill people. But as far as, like, actual, like, sex with humans, no, they wouldn't do that. I mean, Pokemon's done weird shits.
They hint at it heavily with Mr. Mime and Ash's mom, but they don't, like, make it obvious.
Chan says you can exploit the pals for your factory in the game. What?
Yep.
What? Wait, what?
So there's like what I've learned. Like you can
basically put them to work. Like you build a house, you build a factory to make stuff, and you basically have slave labor out of these creatures.
Chan says it looks like the gameplay looks like a Fortnite ripoff.
Yeah.
Again, it's just derivative of everything, and all just to make a quick buck. And unfortunately, way too many people are buying it. And again, it's just the sensationalization of it. It is this thing before Pokemon takes it down and it goes away forever. Well, I was one of the few people got to play this weird, stupid game before, and no one would have noticed it if it was anything else because they didn't notice their other game.
Yeah.
Very few people did. It was definitely not what it is. But again, bad publicity is still publicity, and that's the unfortunate part about all of this, which makes me really upset. But there was something else I was going to say about AI. Now it's my turn to have the brain fart. But I have less time to try to remember it than you did. You got a chance saying another clip I just saw is you can also capture humans.
What?
You can also capture humans.
I had no earthly idea.
Like other player characters, other NPCs.
What?
This game sounds like pure fucking chaos.
It sure does.
But that's what people like, you know? And it's just Yeah. Oh, that's what I was saying. That the beauty of the stream is that Ken is illustrating that even though he is taking two Pokemon, he's blending them in together, that just because he is a human, he is going to have so much more original thought and original creativity than what fucking AI can generate. AI will never be able to do anything original because it can't. It literally cannot do it. I don't care how great the programming it is. It's taking information and regurgitating it and redoing it. I hate that it's called artificial intelligence because it's not.
No,
it's
it's
not
an
intelligence.
Yeah.
It's artificial derivative.
Yeah.
Like, it is artificial regurgitation. It is just... It's not even, like... Because intelligence denotes that it's smart, but it's not.
Yeah.
It is just pump in...
It is an algorithm.
Yeah, it's just an algorithm. Algorithmic art is really what it should be called. Algorithmic writing.
Yeah, algorithmically generated images is
Yeah.
my usual go-to.
Yeah, that is the better word for it. But unfortunately, AI, because algorithmically doesn't roll off the tongue very
Artificial
easily.
intelligence has more sex appeal to it.
It's the thing that people have been scared of for so long. And but again, It's just using algorithms to create other things using other people's original art. And they don't have to. They do not have to take that information from other things off of the internet. They don't have to do that shit. There's literally thousands of years of art that they could be using for free. That's legal. That's ethical. And everyone would be okay with it. I mean, if it wasn't into this other area where you're stealing other people's art and making money off of it, because people are like taking AI art and then uploading it onto t-shirts onto fucking Amazon.
Yeah.
No one's stopping it. And if they do get taken down, it's only after they've made a few $100. And guess what? They just restart up again in another way.
Yep.
It continues the cycle, but it's not until you either poison AI, like with Nightshade, or you just outlaw it outright, or you get, like, you can't steal this fucking shit. Like, people coming in and regulating it. It'll just continue. You have this cycle again and again and again, and Palworld is just teaching them, oh, I can easily doing a fucking game like this. So Chance says, I think it's NPCs that you can capture. What do you do with the humans? Do you put them to work on your fucking factories as well?
Great question.
They said, oh my god, they put guns in the game because Americans like to shoot things. Of course they did! Of course they did. This company is still based out of Tokyo, so it is lots of negative ideas of Americans.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
Stupid.
What's not stupid is this thing that you've created. This is fucking rad.
Yeah, this is like a cool, like ghostly fire tiger.
Yeah, this is fucking rad. Like, everything you've created has been really fucking awesome.
I'm really enjoying, like, just what I made here.
Yeah, this is really cool. Like, all the ones that you've made tonight have been really fucking rad. And I know I've said it, and I'll say it a million times more. And it's, again, to show the difference between what an artist can do just in the moment, coming up with shit off the top of his head, versus what AI is limited in what it can do. That derivative versus creative process.
So this one, it's kind of weird. I mean, obviously. But, like, I feel like my design is better and more cohesive and interesting than what they did. This is called Maraith.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
This almost looks like an Ava.
I can see that.
This
like,
almost looks like an Ava.
just, the face looks so much like Chandelure to me, and like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
kind of feel like, I don't know, Absol seemed like the right vibe for it, but like looking at like its mane, it has a very Pyroar mane to it.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it just, like, I was trying to figure, like, do I just expand the Pokemon? Because this has very, like, weird Pokemon Manticore vibes to it. Mm-hmm. Like, and it just, I want to do something cool. Like a flaming kind of Absol looking thing. Like, that seemed fun to me. But, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Chance that yours is really cool. It's like 80s fantasy creature. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Do we have time to go over all of them again one more time? I'd love to revisit the ones we started from.
Look at what we've made tonight, because we started with Incineram was what that was called, which is just such a blatant name ripoff for Incineroar.
Blatant.
Yeah, it's nice.
I wonder if it was Chat GPT that came up with the names too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dire Howl. God,
Wow.
that thing. Oh my god, that thing. So blatant.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh my
Toko,
god.
that's right. Just God, seeing it all together too.
Toko could also be a DreamWorks cartoon.
Oh god, right. Grintail. Okay.
Yours is cute.
I
I
really
like
love
yours.
mine. I really love the design direction I went with a lot of mine.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Like, oh yeah, Catrus, my little magician cat.
Yours is so good.
Holding his magic wand with its tail.
It's really cute.
Yeah.
Dessert.
Dessert Eevee.
Dessert Eevee.
Then, Anubis.
yeah.
God, my Anubis is better.
It's really cool.
It's you like those dumb short pants. Like this is just like shitty 90s skater who's like his pants are too baggy. They're gonna get caught in the wheels of his razor blades. Like he's gonna trip.
They call him a skater boy.
Oh,
Said, hey,
no.
later, boy.
Oh God, no, thank you. Sorry.
Yeah.
The one everybody came for.
The one everyone's here for.
Oh, you know what I forgot on this one that I think
It needs some yassification.
well. No, hang on. There is one thing that I want to add to this one really quick, because for some reason, that is wrong. Sexy Shrek. He's got a gun for some reason.
You know.
There we go.
Get out my swamp. Gotta protect a swamp somehow.
Don't you worry, the safety's on. Like, this is for protecting the swamp. Yeah. And then finally, our last good friend, Moraith.
Yeah.
God.
Who's your favorite from tonight's?
Oh gosh, I really love drawing Sexy Shrek.
Well,
Hands down.
I guess we know what's gonna happen for Valentine's Day.
Just oops, all Sexy Shreks.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. I know you wanted to do the Edgelords,
yeah.
but Sexy Shrek. I'm gonna spend 2 hours rendering a single image of Sexy Shrek. You know, I shouldn't be making those promises because now people are gonna demand it.
They're gonna demand it, Kenji.
They're gonna demand it.
What I demand is that you hit that like button and you smash that bell, hit that subscribe button.
All the
that's
YouTube things.
That's my only demand.
Yeah.
You know.
Then you'll get notified when we go live, which we stream every Saturday night at 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then on Wednesdays, I stream a pixel art stream from noon to about 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Can I have to leave off on this other thing?
Yeah.
I know you were doing a really great job, but then Chance just said this thing,
Yeah.
and this is lore. This
Okay.
is Jam and Jabber lore.
All right.
That Ken has 2 boyfriends. It's Mothman and Shrek. Those are your 2 boyfriends.
I am in a trouble with Mothman and Shrek?
Yes.
That is correct. I will confirm that right now.
You heard it here first, kids.
Steph is very generous. She knows that our love is pure, and she would never ask me to walk away from it.
No, of course not. No. It's cute. I think it's really cute. You know, I don't mind sharing.
Don't worry, Steph. You're still my bottom bitch.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
I learned that term from the South Park episode where Butters was running it.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah,
No,
I've
not
seen
that
that
I
one.
would ever call you a bitch. Like, no.
On that note, everybody,
Oh, I'm broken. I should end now.
we love y'all. Thank you so much for watching. We're always open for different ideas for different streams in the future. If there's another really dumb game that you think would be fun for us to talk about for
Absolutely.
2 hours on stream,
Absolutely.
we'd love to hear the ideas.
Maybe we'll actually riff on that one and not just talk about the problems of AI.
I have spicy opinions, and I'm glad. Thank you for this moment where I could just I could channel that rage. So.
Have a great week, everybody.